Film is the most important thing in my life. It has to be. What does film mean to us? Well, the first way to answer that is to try to answer what film means to you, to me. Films were my introduction to stories of all kinds, characters of all varieties. Films gave me the tools I needed to understand the living archetypes around me in my formative years. Film was my introduction to sexuality, to love and romance, to sacrifice, to betrayal, to villainy, to heroism, to class stratification, to war and horror, the comic and the absurd. Films were my introduction to life. It's almost like how I was socialized. I'm not here to tell you whether or not that's healthy, but I do know that you're a cinephile if you're watching me, and we likely have this in common. We encountered eroticism in a filmic format first, long before we ever experienced it in real life. We experienced loss through a character death within a film before anyone we ever knew personally had died, most of us at the very least. We experienced all of these huge things that happens in life cinematically first. It was our introduction. It's almost like the dress rehearsal for the real thing. And of course, a lot of us came to have cinematic expectations of reality. And that could be good and that could be bad. You know, I feel bad for every romance that doesn't live up to the Hollywood product version of it. But at the same time, our lives must be cinematic or else we'd stop doing it so much. There must be certain times in our lives where everything clicks and there's even more fireworks and more chemistry than Max Ophuls or Vincent Minnelli or Jacques Demy or James Cameron, anybody. More fireworks than have ever been seen through cinema. I think film can mean everything to us. It means everything to me. It taught me what to desire, what to oppose, what to fight for. Pedro Almodovar taught me all about love, taught me all about the female qualities of existence, of cinema, of the cinematic, all of the female attributes of the cinematic. Pedro Almodovar taught me through All About My Mother and Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown that if cinema had a gender, cinema would be a woman, and that cinema is in a large way my mother. Kevin Williamson taught me about the postmodern condition that I think we all find ourselves within. Guy Debord's Society of the Spectacle was taught to me through Ghostface over a telephone on my TV screen. Charlie Chaplin taught me about the underdog, about the eternal underdog, about comedy, about romance, about what to aspire to be. Charlie Chaplin taught me about beautiful misfits. He's got a little cane, too. It's adorable. He taught me about how beautiful misfits can be. And I could never thank the films of Charlie Chaplin enough for that. Films mean everything to me, especially when you consider that most of us subconsciously imitate or even deliberately imitate what we've seen on the screen. A lot of conversations that we have are born out of some cinematic double. Through cinema, we can understand each other so much. I think film is the most important thing on the planet, for me personally. There are a countless number of films that haven't just changed my life. Films have saved my life. Films have molded my life. And I don't know what sort of scale you could use to measure the weight of such beautiful things, but I think that films have made my life better. I couldn't imagine my life without movies, without my love for them. So we've covered what film means to me as an individual, and I'm sure some of you feel the same way, if not even more passionately than I do. What do films mean to culture, to all of us? Sometimes you get someone like Frank Capra, right, who can define cinematically an entire country through films like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and You Can't Take It With You and It's a Wonderful Life. Sometimes you get these huge films that so many people see and so many people see themselves within that you find yourselves having the same understanding of love. Like me saying that film taught me what to desire, how to desire it, and how to love. There are others who feel the same exact way based on the same exact films. What film means to us is a shared understanding of each other, and also a shared collection of idealized forms that mean so much to us psychologically, that motivate us in an endless amount of ways. Film to modern culture is almost irreplaceable, which is why we have to kind of teach people how to be good audience members again, how to love film again. Film itself has to do a lot better as well. The directors have to be a lot less self-involved or self-important. The directors have to do better. If we lose cinema, we lose a certain shared understanding of each other. And I think it's something that is a tragedy to be lost. You can get some of these same ideas from like a combination of different sources, like through video games, through social media, through music. You can get most of what I was talking about, but a combination of each. Film, you got all of it at the same time. And also, I don't want to start any sort of war with any other art medium, but you're not getting it at the same sort of degree of energy or quality, without the same sort of thoughtfulness, which isn't to say that games, social media, music, even literature, it's not thoughtless at all. It's just that there is so much power behind a moving image. There's so much power behind a great film director, a great auteur. There is so much power there, and it's all there. You don't need to combine it with anything else. What a film lacks, you compensate for mentally. I think if we lose film, if film continues to become more and more irrelevant, then at least me, and I'm sure a lot of you watching, a lot of people who were raised by movies, we lose entire parts of our communication. Entire parts of our language will be gone. I won't know how to communicate with anyone anymore. I won't know how to communicate with anyone anymore. I will feel alone when through cinema I feel surrounded by things, by people, and places that I love. What does film mean to us? Sadly, I'm not sure if it means anything to us anymore, but it should mean the world. It should be the most important thing. Films should mean everything. So let's work hard for that. Let's work hard to keep film alive. And the first step isn't with the filmmakers, the first step is with the audience. Let's turn each other on. Let's turn each other into movies. Let's turn each other into cinephiles. Let's remind each other who may have forgotten how beautiful and powerful and silly and goofy and zany film can truly be. Our lives are movies. And welcome to Act 3.